Hey, true seekers, welcome back. Zach here. This is an encore performance. I just put out this video this morning on the Tropics of Cancer and Capricorn and their significance to the solstices, Christmas, and Jesus Christ, as we know the word in English from the Bible. In this presentation, I missed one of the most important things. Again, just in case you didn't watch the last video, I'll link it below. Please watch that first. We talked about the significance of the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn being 47 degrees apart. Tropic of Cancer at 23.5 degrees north, the Tropic of Capricorn 23.5 degrees south. A difference of 47 degrees on the Earth. 47 is a very special number in Freemasonry. It is also a very significant number in the language of Gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words within the English language. And the word time itself has Gematria of 47. Think about how, because of what is known about the solstices and these tropics, which are 47 degrees apart, think about how this is a natural way to measure time within the world. Every year on June 21st, the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, at midday, the sun is directly overhead the Tropic of Cancer at 23.5 degrees north. The summer solstice, the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. On December 21st in the southern hemisphere, that's their summer solstice, their longest day of the year, at 23.5 degrees south. At midday, the sun is directly overhead. For each time zone, this is true. At the solstices, the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere at the Tropic of Capricorn, their summer solstice, December 21st, is the winter solstice in the United States of America, part of the ancient pagan ritual known as Saturnalia, which is very much connected to Christmas and the Christian celebration of the birth of Jesus. And again, what we talked about in the last video is the sun in the sky what Jesus Christ truly is in the Bible? And let's expand on that question based on what we just learned about time. The word time has simple English gematria of 47. We're talking about these two tropics that can be used to measure time, 47 degrees apart. Look at this. The word time in ordinal is 47. In reverse ordinal is 61. And we just talked about how Jesus is 61 and 74, the reflection of 47. Tropic of Cancer equals 74. That's in the northern hemisphere. Okay, so real quick, some gematria review, and then we'll talk about something very interesting about Jesus, the cross, the sun, and what happens at Christmas. Notice Jesus in ordinal 74, reverse ordinal 61, cross the same in ordinal and reverse ordinal. The word Christian has gematria of 61. Christmas has gematria of 61. Church has gematria of 61. We just saw Kanye West, the news story on the date with 61 numerology out of Hollywood. Kanye West on the cross in Hollywood. Talked about how Hollywood has gematria of 33, just like Kanye West, Jesus supposedly crucified on the cross at age 33. Before we look at this thing deeper about the cross, I want you to know that in Jewish gematria, God equals 61, a prime number, special number. At Gematrinator, this website, if you click on a number, it'll tell you properties. 61, the 18th prime number. Tell you a lot more about 61, such as JFK elected in 61 and how his death was foreshadowed on the Andy Griffith Show on Christmas Day. Notice Christmas is 411 in Jewish gematria. Just like the word assassin in the Christmas Day episode 1961, the year JFK became president, there was an episode about a bootlegging family getting busted at 411 Elm Street. That was Christmas Day 1961. JFK would be shot from 411 Elm Street reportedly. Notice the name Oswald, who's blamed for his assassination. A name was 74 Gematria, like cross, like Jesus. On 11/22, 11 plus 22, 33. Kennedy 33. The Kennedys were a bootlegging family. Prohibition ended in 33 on a date with 33 numerology. Beer and wine went on sale on April 7th that year, 4/7. So anyway, these numbers significant throughout time, but we're talking about the coordinates on the map, the relationship with Jesus Christ. This expands to so many other things, as I just quickly tried to show you with the Kennedy and alcohol and death by the numbers. But anyway, on Christmas Day, on the Tropic of Cancer, you're just after the winter solstice. That took place December 21st, 4 days earlier. And meanwhile, in the southern hemisphere, it's summer, Let me show you what's going on with regards to the word cross in the southern hemisphere, and let's think about this. Tropic of Cancer, where we have the winter solstice just before Christmas. Tropic of Cancer, 74, like Jesus. But look at this. In the southern hemisphere, in the time of the beginning of their summer, the sun is seen in the constellation known as the Southern Cross. And think about how Christmas is the birth of Jesus. The summer, the sun at its highest point, its most felt energy. It's interesting how the sun is in the constellation of the Southern Cross, seen in the southern hemisphere, at the time that Christians are celebrating the birth of Jesus. And the two holidays that remember Jesus the most in the Christian calendar are Christmas, his supposed birth, and Easter, when he rose from the dead, after being dead for 3 days. And at the time of the winter solstice, the sun is at its lowest point in the sky through December 24th, just before Christmas Day. If you were looking at the night sky in the southern hemisphere and you saw the Southern Cross, this is what you would see. So anyhow, let's just do this one more time. Christmas. We'll get rid of the Jewish. Has Gematria of 61. Like Christian. Like Jesus. Like cross. Like church. And also like God in Jewish Gematria. Isn't it amazing? Doesn't it seem well beyond coincidence? All of these methods are based on the alphabetic order. To understand how these methods work, reduced is the alphabetic order A to Z, but you make each letter a single digit. So J is the 10th letter, 1 plus 0 is 1. E is 5, so E is 5, it's a single digit. S is 19, 19 is 1 plus 9 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. U is 21, 2 plus 1 is 3. We know why S is 1. Jesus is 11. Using the alphabetic order, Jesus is 74. Just adding the letter sequence. Reverse reduction is Z is 1, A is 26, but making each letter a single digit. Same thing, just in reverse alphabetic order. Reverse ordinal, same thing, using the alphabetic order in reverse. Z is 1, A is 26. And I hope I said that right the first time. Sometimes I get dyslexic talking about it. But reverse is just doing the alphabetic order in reverse. Z's the beginning, A's the end. And as it happens, there's a lot of amazing synchronicity in this. Washington, D.C., named after George Washington. We just saw Donald Trump have his GOP convention July 18th, 18/7, 187 days before Inauguration Day. The last Republican president was George W. Bush, born on the 187th day of the year. Plus a million other things. We were talking about the significance of 47, President 47. Look at White House in reverse. Look at government. Look at authority. So anyway, hope this follow-up lesson makes sense. Didn't want to miss out on the timepiece. But just think about it. I mean, all of our rituals, they're all based in time. The sun, it's what dictates, where we are in the calendar year, what's going on. To put it all together, if it doesn't make sense to you, imagine it this way. We don't know, as people living at this day and age, how far back human history really goes, what's really been going on in this world. We just know what we've been told. But the evidence suggests that people have been around and been very intelligent for a long time. Things such as the pyramids and more, which go back, way beyond our recorded history. That's why the pyramids are a mystery to us. In all likelihood, people have known how to sail the seas and had a lot of knowledge about this world for a very long time. All throughout time, we know there's been a struggle for control. People want to control others. Religion, government, all these things are mechanisms of control. But a wise person will ask, once they see that, how are they created? What is the basis of all this? And the more you look into it, it seems that the basis of so many things are the natural cycles that take place in this world. Basing a religion on the observable phenomenon about the world we live in, turning it into an allegory, Pretty sure that's what Christianity is. And I think what's coded within our English language is another confirmation of this. Somebody did this. And they kept it a secret from us. Something to think about. Why? Why weren't we taught this in elementary school when we were learning to add, when we were learning the alphabetic order, when we were learning about the world we live in? These seem to be key components. Why weren't we taught? Bibles and history books. Those are things that have been in all of our hands. There's Bibles everywhere. There's history books everywhere. And they're missing essential information. Why is that? And for one more, why is that? Why does this video have more dislikes than likes? What is not to like about this video? We'll see how this one does. Until next time, Truth Seeker.